Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. Salma?
5.4 watts.
You're right.
Even function.
You're right. KNUST Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the 27th and last 1A stage contest of the 2016 edition of the competition. The contest features University Practice Senior High School, Navrongo Senior High School, and Akatsi Senior High Technical School. University Practice Senior High School. University Practice Senior High School is represented by
Coefficient, final year.
I'm Bonsalani, your final year.
You are very welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
We are fine.
You are very fine.
Very good. You are Cedar School from last year.
Yes, madam.
You went all the way to the finals, the grand finale. You were there.
Yes, madam.
Tell us more. How did the year go in terms of getting yourselves to that stage?
It went well.
That's it. Nothing to add, Vincent?
No, madam.
No. Oh. All right. And the plan for this time?
The best.
The best. Contestants prefer to save their energy. Best wishes to you. Akatsi Senior High Technical School. Akatsi Senior High Technical School is represented by
Adra Aduji, final year.
Bright Adukwo final year.
You are very welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing?
We're doing good.
Okay, that's stronger. All right. You are coming to us from the preliminary stage of competition. What happened in your contest?
Yeah, actually we met with St. Mary's, Lolobi, and Vijay Senior High, and we were able to win in that round.
Okay, good. So you know what it feels like to win.
Yes, madam.
Good. What is the plan for today?
Yeah, today we hope for the better.
The what?
We hope for the better.
The better?
Yeah.
Hey, okay. I wish you the best.
Yes,
Not the better, the best. Navrongo Senior High School. Navrongo Senior High School is represented by
Adoku Faisal Wahab, final year.
Saibu Enoch, final year.
You are very welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
We are doing well.
Very good. You are also coming from the preliminary stage of competition. How did your contest go?
Well, it was a very tough one because at a point we were at heads with Peki Senior High and we had to get a riddle to be able to beat them to get to this stage, so it was a very tough one.
I see. Excitement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this time, what shall we expect from you?
Well, we'll give out our best.
Your best?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Best wishes to you. Viewers, you've met our contestants, all planning to give their best. The better and the best. All right, before I sit down, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Primetime Limited. We are sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from RMG Ghana Limited, the leading agro input company, and from Aduane locally produced rice by Wenko. My beautiful fabric comes from GTP. Thank you, GTP. My name is Dr. Elsie Efa-Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana. Contestants. The contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions requiring simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. If a school rings and answers correctly, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set, you have 30 seconds and there is a preamble. Preamble to all schools, after which I'll come to you, Navrongo. Preamble. Find the displacement of an object whose position changes as given. Navrongo. From 50 meters due east to 30 meters due west. Yes, Faisal.
20 meters due east.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 80 meters due west. With the same preamble, Akatsi, from 50 meters due east to 30 meters due east. Yes, Eduji.
20 meters due east. 20 meters due east.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 20 meters due west. University Practice with the same preamble. From 50 meters due west to 30 meters due west. Yes, Vincent.
20 meters due west.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Bright.
20 meters due east.
Yes. Navrongo. Mention 2 abiotic factors which might affect an animal living at the bottom of the sea. Yes, Enoch.
Turbidity and pressure.
2 out of 3. The 2 is for the pressure, the other one is light, and then salinity. Akatsi, mention 2 abiotic factors which might affect a plant growing on mountains. Yes, Bright.
Temperature and pressure.
2 out of 3. For temperature, the others, wind speed, drainage of water, light intensity. University Practice, give 2 examples of artificial ecosystems. Daniel.
The terrestrial habitat and the arboreal habitat.
No. For a bonus. Artificial. So agricultural land, fish farm, parkland, orchards, things like that, artificial things. All right. Preamble to all schools. Define the following in relation to a circle. That's a preamble. Navrongo, arc. Yes, Enoch.
An arc is the portion of a circle which has been enclosed by a sector.
I'm not going to accept that for bonus. All right, I'm not giving the answer for now. I'm moving on. I'll give the answer later. Akatsi, minor arc. Yes, right?
Madam, is the smallest sector of the circle, bounded by an arc and a line.
I'm not accepting it for bonus. All right, university practice, major arc. Yes, Vincent.
Madam, a major arc is defined as the part of the circle, that's part of the circumference, which is bounded by two radii. And then among the types of the arcs, which is the minor arc and the major arc is the biggest in terms of portion.
No. For a bonus. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, so this is information about arcs, right? So the first question that came to you, Navrongo, an arc is a continuous part of a circle. You see how simple? So now that we know this, we could now answer the minor arc. The minor arc is an arc whose length is less than a semicircle. And then for the major arc, obviously, an arc whose length is greater than a semicircle. All right, so let's learn something new about arcs. Next set, Navrongo. What brings about a polarized covalent bond in a molecule? Yes, Faisal.
Electron density.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The formation or presence of a covalent bond between two atoms of different electronegativity. Akatsi, what is typical of ionic solids? Bright.
So, Madam, ionic solids have higher melting and boiling points, thereby, because they have they contain ions that are of opposite charges. So there's a high electrostatic force of attraction between the ions, thereby making it to be very hard and having higher melting and boiling points.
I'll give you 2. Well, you could simply have said that they have high melting points, or they are usually soluble in water. University practice. When a molecule or a compound is said to show resonance, what does it mean? Daniel.
It means that the molecule forms has two mesomeric structures which are combined to give a single molecule.
I'm not going to accept that. For bonus. What it means is that it can be represented by several electronic structures. Doesn't have to be 2. Several electronic structures can be used to represent that molecule. A stationary golf ball of mass 45 grams leaves a club with a speed of 0.2 meters per second when gently struck. That's the preamble. I hope you got it. All right. Navrongo. Find the magnitude of the linear momentum of the ball when it leaves the club.
0.090 kilogram meter per second.
No. Yes, Vincent.
9.0 times 10 to the power negative 3 Newton seconds.
You are right. You missed 1 0 somewhere. There was a missing 0. All right. Find the magnitude of the impulse of the force acting on the ball. Yes, Bright.
9.0 times 10 in negative 3 Newton seconds.
Yes. University practice with the same preamble. The ball is in contact with the club for 0.3 seconds. Find the magnitude of the average force on the ball. Yes, Daniel.
3.0 times 10 exponent negative 2 Newton.
Yes. Preamble to all schools. How is the composition of air leaving the lungs of mammals different from that entering the lungs in terms of the following? Did you get the preamble? All right. Navrongo, oxygen. Yes, Enoch.
Usually, the oxygen entering the system is usually greater than that of the air leaving out. And the oxygen contains moisture.
That is too confusing for me. I'm giving you one. You are mixing up oxygen and air in your answer. The air leaving the lungs has less oxygen. Akatsi, with the same preamble, carbon dioxide. Yes, Bright.
Madam, the air leaving the lungs has more carbon dioxide concentration.
Yes. University practice with the same preamble, water vapor. Yes, Daniel.
The amount of water entering the lungs have less water vapor compared to that leaving the lungs. Water vapor.
You see, you yourself, you are getting confused. One. The air leaving the lungs has more water vapor. Find the next term in the sequence. That's the preamble. Your sequence, Navrongo. 2, 5, 10, 17, and so on. Yes, Faisal.
26 and 37.
No. Yes, Vincent.
26.
Yes, 26. With the same preamble, I hope you heard it. Akatsi, 3, 6, 12, 24, and so on. Bright.
48.
Yes. With the same preamble, university practice. 17, 12, 7, 2, and so on. Vincent.
-3.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round, 30 seconds. Navrongo. The solubility of a salt of molar mass 102 is 0.4 mole per decimeter cubed at 25 degrees Celsius. What mass of the salt will be obtained when 100 centimeter cubed hot solution containing 25.10 grams is cooled to 25 degrees Celsius? For a bonus, the right answer is 21.02 grams. Akatsi, an inorganic salt of molar mass 84 has solubilities of 0.21 mole per decimeter cubed and 0.60 mole per decimeter cubed at 30 degrees Celsius and 80 degrees Celsius respectively. If a 100 centimeter cube saturated solution of the salt at 30 degrees Celsius is heated gently to 80 degrees Celsius, how many more grams of the salt are needed to get the solution saturated at 80 degrees Celsius? For bonus. The right answer is 3.276 grams. Last question, university practice. A 100 centimeter cube solution contains 15.0 grams of salt A and 7.0 grams of salt B at 70 degrees Celsius. If the solubilities of A and B are 30.0 gram per decimeter cubed and 16.0 gram per decimeter cubed respectively at 30 degrees Celsius, how much solid will be obtained if the solution is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius? Vincent.
Madam, 17.4 grams.
You're right. That's the end of the first round.
Welcome to the good life of agriculture with RMG Ghana Limited. Experience our quality crop protection products, seeds, fertilizers, irrigation equipment, and technical expertise to increase your yield. RMG Ghana Limited, agriculture on a sustainable basis.
At the end of the first round, Navrongo Senior High School has 3 points. University Practice Senior High School has 12 points. Akatsi Senior High Technical School has 14 points. 4 more rounds to go. Let me encourage all to work really hard. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. Questions in this round are thrown to all the 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you need to ring your bell. May I hear your bell, University Practice? Thank you. Yours, Akatsi. Thank you. And yours, Navrongo. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present an answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes once again. First question. An object of mass m slides down a frictionless inclined plane from rest. If the speed of the object is v at the bottom, from what height does it slide? Vincent?
Madam, the height is given us v squared over 2g, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. And
you're right. Rank in order of increasing photon energy: X-ray, microwave, ultraviolet, and infrared radiation. Daniel?
Microwave. UV ray.
That's incorrect. Bright.
We have microwave, infrared, UV light, and then X-ray.
Yes. The principal quantum number of an atomic electron is 2. What is the largest orbital angular momentum quantum number it can have? Which of you? Vincent?
Madam, h over pi, where h is the Planck's constant.
That's incorrect. Yes, Faisal.
2H over 2 pi.
That's incorrect. Bright.
Madam, you can have 1, 0, 1.
The right answer is 1. Name the glands that originate in the dermis of the skin. Which of you? Bright.
Sebaceous gland.
Which of you? Vincent.
Subcutaneous.
Yes, Faisal.
The blood capillaries.
Oh, no.
Subcutaneous gland.
The reason why I didn't give it to you is that you are not done. There is more. Sebaceous gland and then the sweat gland. 2 of them. And for this round, you must get everything perfect. There's nothing like partial credit. In certain breed of dogs, the dominant allele, big B, produces black fur. The allele, small b, for white fur is recessive to big B. Give the genotypes of the dogs that would be true breed. Daniel?
The capital B, small b. Capital B, big B.
That's
Then-
incorrect. Who next? Yes, Bright.
Madam, big B, and big B, small b.
That's incorrect. The right answer, big B, and small b. Both of them. Name the most common example of codominance in humans. Yes, Daniel.
The ABO blood group system.
Yes. Next question. Name the functional group of alkynes. Bright.
Carbon, double bond, triple bond.
Who next?
Carbon, triple bond.
Yes. What are the components of a triple bond? Daniel?
A triple bond consists of a 2 pi bond and 1 sigma bond.
Yes. Which reagent is needed to convert 1,2-dibromopropane to propine? Yes, Faisal.
Sulfuric acid.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Okay, Daniel.
Alcoholic KOH.
You're right. A radio is sold for 450 Ghana cedis at a loss of 10%. Find the actual loss. Yes, Bright.
45 Ghana cedis.
That's incorrect. Daniel.
45
Vincent.
45 CDs.
No. The right answer is 50 Ghana cedis. Next one. If sine of x is equal to -1, evaluate sine of x squared plus cosine of x squared. Yes, Faisal.
2.
That's incorrect. Who next? Akatsi, Bright.
1.
Yes. How many vertices has a tetrahedron? Yes, Daniel.
4.
Yes. And that's the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, Navrongo Senior High School has 5 points. Akatsi Senior High Technical School has 18 points. University Practice Senior High School has 26 points. Round 3. This round has our problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes to present a single answer from your school. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. For this particular problem of the day, please use your question sheet as your worksheet. So present your answers on the question sheet. All right. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. I have a beautiful diagram. Have you seen enough? Good. All right. So the first part, 1. Name the parts of the plant shown in the drawing. 2. Match the structures, stem, leaf, taproot, terminal bud, and lateral bud to the following functions. A. Produces carbohydrates. B. Carries water to leaves. C. Absorbs sunlight. D. Continues growth in height. E. Absorbs mineral salts. F. Makes branches. G. Anchors plants in soil. H. Conducts food to roots. I. Evaporates water. J. Produces new leaves. K. Spaces out leaves. L. Produces flowers. And M. Absorbs carbon dioxide. And finally, N. Absorbs water. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your answers. Contestants, please pick up your answers and present them on the boards. The contestants have presented their answers. Before we award the marks, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in biology. For the first part, we've been given a drawing of a plant, and what contestants were to do was they were to name the parts of the plant. All right. Part A is the terminal bud. B is the leaf. C is a lateral bud. D is the stem. E is the lateral root. F is the tap root or root. For doing this, each of them worth half mark, giving a total of 3 points. For the second part, we had a long list of functions and we were to decide which part of the plant is responsible for the function. And in fact, we had been given some parts to use to match. So we have been given stem, leaf, taproot, terminal bud, and lateral bud, and we are to match to the functions given. The first function produces carbohydrates. This is the job of the leaf, and if the stem happens to have chlorophyll, then it will also do that. So stem maybe, but leaf certainly. Carries water to leaves, that is the stem. Absorbs sunlight, that is the leaf, and if the stem is green, can also do that. But main thing is leaf. Continuous growth in height, that is the terminal bud. Absorbs mineral salts, taproot. Makes branches, lateral bud. Anchors the plant in the soil, taproot. Conducts food to the roots, that's the stem. Evaporates water, that is the leaf, or the stem if it is not covered in bark. But the main thing is leaf. Produces new leaves, that is the terminal bud and the lateral bud. Spaces out the leaves, that's the stem. Produces flowers, terminal bud, or most probably lateral bud also. Absorbs carbon dioxide, that's the leaf, and then absorbs water, that's the tap root. Each of these was worth half point, giving a total of 7 points to add to the first part to give 10 points total. Now, contestants. University practice. For the first part, you were being so particular about what exactly was which pointing leaf edge and so on. Wow. Anyway, so because of that, I can't give you some of the marks. You have 1 out of 3 for this part. For getting F and B right, that's 1. Okay? And then for the second part, you have almost all of them, except for D, continuous growth in height. You have the wrong one there. And then I gave a partial credit for produces new leaves because you only mentioned one of the buds, not the other, right? So that gives you 6.5 out of 7. And I'm going to add that to your 1 over there. That makes 7.5, but we don't give partial marks. So I'm going to round up to 8 out of 10. All right. Navrongo, you had trouble with E. You didn't know what E was, although you were using it later on. You didn't know what E was. You didn't give any answer for that. Everything else is right for the first part, and so that was 2.5 out of 3. Then when we go to the second part, you had D incorrect, E incorrect, then some partial credit for J and L. And then also N incorrect. That gave you 5.5, but then you had 2.5 to add to it, and that gives you 8 out of 10. Akatsi. Akatsi, you also had trouble with the E. You had trouble with E, so that's the only one you had trouble with for the first part. That gives you 2.5. And then when we go to the second part, you had one problem. One problem with E that absorbs mineral salts. And then you had some partial credit for J and for L. So that gave you 6. So we add 6 to your 2.5. That goes to 8.5, and I have to round up. So that gives you 9 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to present you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and answer. If the answer is correct, 2 4 points. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches that penalty point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with Akatsi, your statement. The set of natural numbers is a subset of the set of whole numbers. Yes, Eduji.
It's true.
Yes. University practice. The set of odd numbers is a subset of the set of rational numbers. Yes, Vincent?
It's true.
Yes. Navrongo. The set of rational numbers and the set of irrational numbers are disjoint. Yes, Enoch?
It's true.
Yes. Akatsi, pure nitrogen cannot be obtained simply by fractional distillation of liquid air. Yes, Eduji.
It's true.
No. University practice. If a glowing splint is brought to the mouth of a gas jar and the splint rekindles, it is likely that the jar contains oxygen gas. Vincent?
It's true.
Yes. Hydrogen burns explosively in or with air. Yes, Enoch?
It's true.
Yes. The size to which a cell can grow is limited by their functions. Yes, Eduji.
It's false.
You're right. When the volume of a living cell increases, the surface area increases at the same rate. Vincent?
It's true.
No, that's a false statement. As a plant cell increases in size, the surface area to volume ratio increases. Enoch?
It's true.
No, that's a false statement. A collision between 2 bodies is elastic when the initial total linear momentum equals the final total linear momentum. Yes, Eduji.
It's true.
No, that's a false statement. The collision between 2 bodies is elastic when the bodies stick together and move off with a common velocity. Yes, Vincent?
Madam, it's true.
No, that's a false statement. In an oblique collision between 2 bodies, initial total kinetic energy is less than final total kinetic energy. Enoch?
It's false.
You're right. Cosine of 0 degrees is 0. Eduji?
It's false.
You're right. Sine of 30 degrees is equal to cosine of 60 degrees. Yes, Vincent?
Madam, it's true.
Yes. Cosine of 45 degrees is equal to sine of 45 degrees. Yes, Enoch?
It's true.
Yes. Lead ethanate paper will turn black when exposed to H2S gas. Eduji?
It's false. It's false.
Oh, it will turn black because PBS is formed. All right, university practice. A clear solution that gives a precipitate with BaCl2 solution, insoluble in dilute HNO3, may contain SO3 2- or SO4 2- ions. Daniel?
False.
You're right. A clear solution that gives a deep yellow precipitate with AgNO3 solution insoluble in dilute HNO3, may contain the iodide ion? Yes, Enoch?
It's true.
Yes. When a bright light shines in the eye, impulses travel in the optic nerve. Yes, Eduji.
It falls.
Oh. When a bright light shines in the eye, the pupil becomes smaller. Daniel.
False.
Oh. When a bright light shines in the eye, the radial fibers in the iris contract. Enoch.
It's false.
You are right. Last set of statements. Akatsi, the energy of the photon involved in a transition between any pair of adjacent energy levels of the hydrogen atom is independent of the levels involved. Anyone? No takers. False. That's a false statement. University practice. The energy required to remove the electron from a hydrogen atom is at least the magnitude of the ground state energy, 13.6 electron volts. Vincent.
Madam, it's true.
Yes. Navrongo, last statement. When an excited hydrogen atom emits light, it does so as the orbiting electron spirals around the nucleus to a lower lying energy level. Yes, Enoch?
It's true.
No. That's a false statement, and that's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, Navrongo Senior High School has 23 points. Akatsi Senior High Technical School has 29 points. University Practice Senior High School has 41 points. Fifth and final round. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddles. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third only clue thereafter, 3 points. In order to attempt a riddle, you must ring your bell. May I hear your bell, University Practice? Thank you. Yours, Akatsi. Thank you. And yours, Navrongo. Thank you. When you ring, the answer must be ready. There are 4 riddles. First one. I am a type of force. In many situations, I just come along for the ride. You may or may not like me, depending on whether... Yes, Enoch.
Frictional force.
I'm not accepting that. I continue. Depending on whether you are trying to accelerate or decelerate in air or water or oil or any fluid. Yes, Vincent.
Madam, resistance.
Ah. Which of you? Bright?
Fluid friction.
Yes. It's also known as a viscous drag, but that is right. I read all the clues. 3 points. I was first discovered by a scientist in 1905 while studying the inheritance of coat color in mice. I cause the death of the organism that carries me. I am usually... Yes, Daniel?
Lethal gene.
You are right. I have started reading the third clue, 3 points. I am derived from a quadratic equation. I am a pair of numbers. Yes, Bright?
The root of quadratic equation.
Yes. That was the second clue, 4 points. Final riddle. Among my peers, I am the first when we are arranged in alphabetical order. I have 6 carbon-carbon double bonds in my molecules. I absorb light in the visible region of the electromagnetic radiation. I am supposed to aid vision in humans. When carrots are consumed by humans, Daniel.
Carotenoids.
I'm not accepting that. Yes, which of you, Enoch?
Vitamins.
No, I continue. When carrots are consumed by humans, a yellow pigment in the carrot is broken down to generate me, a vitamin. So who am I? Eduji.
Retinol.
Yes, it's retinol. Otherwise known as vitamin A. That's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Navrongo Senior High School has 23 points. Akatsi Senior High Technical School has 39 points. University Practice Senior High School has 44 points. Navrongo Senior High School, thank you for being here. Best wishes to you. Akatsi Senior High Technical School, thank you for being here as well. All the best. University Practice Senior High School, congratulations on winning the contest. Well done. Prepare really well, and I will look forward to seeing you at the quarterfinals. All the best. Viewers, we are done with the 1A stage of competition. Next time, we'll bring you the first of the quarterfinal contests. That contest will feature Presby Senior High Technical School, Ebri, Pope John Senior High School, and Ghana National College. Don't miss it. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Primetime Limited. We are sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from RMG Ghana Limited, a leading agro-input company, and also Eduanehine, locally produced rice by Wenko. Thank you for joining us for this contest, and see you next time.